from the heart of Ozark Mountain Country. Welcome to Branson, Missouri, the family recreation capital of Mid-America. On behalf of the Step One Entertainment family, we are proud to present this very special Branson Vacation, made especially for you. In the next few minutes, we'll be taking a look at the town that was made famous by the novel Shepherd of the Hills. We'll visit world-famous Silver Dollar City, Shepherd of the Hills Park, the Mutton Hollow Craft Village, Wilderness Safari. Plus, we'll stroll down the famed Branson Highway 76 strip, home of the music show capital of the world. All this and much more when your Branson Vacation continues. The old railroad station in Branson, Missouri stands as a lasting reminder of how things used to be in this beautiful Ozark town, which was founded in 1882. The White River Hotel, constructed in 1927, served the many visitors who came to the area as the region's reputation as a resort began to grow. And grow it has. Tourists now flock to Branson by the millions. But even with all the visitors, this beautiful town rarely appears overcrowded. There's just so much to see and do that the crowds are pretty well spread out over the area. The Fudge Shop is just one example of the many businesses that have grown with Branson. The slow, painstaking way the candy is made brings back memories of a time when life was less hectic, and people took the time to do things the slow, old-fashioned way. Although the candy is made in the old, slow, deliberate fashion, once it's finished, it usually disappears pretty fast. And for those whose sweet tooth favors something a bit cooler, ice cream shops offering a wide range of flavors do a brisk business. And if you're ready for a full meal, while in downtown Branson, there's no shortage of great places to eat. For those whose taste turn toward home-style cooking, the Farmhouse Restaurant and the Branson Cafe have been serving the area for a long time. Branson also features several specialty shops, offering everything from fresh bakery products, items we need every day, clothing, and gift items to take along home. And for anyone who enjoys beautiful clear water and water sports, the area is ideal. One of the best-known lakes in the region was formed by Power Site Dam, which was constructed in 1913 and halted the annual spring flooding of the White River. The lake, called Lake Taneycomo for Taney County, Missouri, initially was ideal for all water sports, but that changed when Table Rock Dam was constructed later. Table Rock's higher elevation significantly lowered the water temperature in Lake Taneycomo, making it too cool for many water sports other than fishing. And that makes Lake Taneycomo a fisherman's paradise. Fisheries biologists discovered that Lake Taneycomo's chilly waters would support trout. So a trout hatchery was developed below Table Rock Dam. Each month, about 80,000 rainbow and brown trout are released into the lake. Great fishing and beautiful scenery. Now, that's a combination that's hard to beat. For people who appreciate fine accomplishments in engineering, Table Rock Dam and the lake it forms are something to behold. The lake is a haven for all kinds of water sports, and visitors flock to the area every year to take advantage of all the great summertime activities that are available here. Table Rock Lake is just one of many large bodies of water which helps draw tourists by the thousands to this beautiful land each vacation season. It's a great place to relax and just have fun. Many visitors bring their boats with them when they come, so they'll be able to take full advantage of all the beautiful lakes in the area. But for those who don't, there's a good variety of rental boats available at numerous marinas that are located on the shores of the various lakes. And for those who want to take a cruise on a larger craft, there's the Lake Queen, a stern-wheeler who can accommodate more than 120 passengers and offers an hour and a half of fun and excitement. And there's no shortage of great places to stay. For those who like camping, 7,500 campsites are available. And for non-campers, there are numerous motels and hotels, approximately 8,300 units, offering tourists a great variety from which to choose. So no matter what your taste or budget might be, there's something here that should be ideal for you. How about a motel and restaurant that conjures up thoughts of the sea? Well, the Galley does just that, and you might guess seafood is a specialty. But a great variety of other fine food is also offered. While in Branson, you'll find anything from fast food to a candlelight dinner with a minimum of waiting. There are approximately 16,500 restaurant seats available. Now that we've got the important things out of the way, like sleeping and eating, let's have some fun. Let's head down to the world-famous Highway 76 Strip, where many of the area's well-known tourist attractions are located. Here on the Strip, you'll find some of the top names in entertainment in the country, such as Roy Clark, Mel Tillis, Jerry Reed, and Tommy Overstreet, to name a few. But the thing that seems to keep the crowds coming back year after year is the regular members of the shows. The Strip features some 22 professional family music shows, more than anywhere else in the world. The first music show in the area started back in 1958, and the number has been growing ever since. With concert facilities and dinner clubs included, Branson boasts approximately 42,000 theater seats. No wonder this area is called the music show capital of the world. Boxcar Willie Theater features music with a distinct railroad flavor. Nearby, you'll find Christie Lane Starlight Theater. Continuing along the Strip, other entertainment establishments blend in with a variety of different businesses which cater to a large number of tourists. The Lowe's Theater features regular performances by the Four Lowe's Sisters and other nationally known country music acts. On the Strip, as in downtown Branson, specialty shops abound, offering tourists an outstanding selection of gifts and souvenirs, many of them unique to the area. The 76 Strip is packed with a number of excellent facilities for visitors to the area. The Texans Bobolinks Theater has a distinctive Western flavor and features music by the country gospel group, the Texans. The Western flavor of Bobolinks is obvious. Another popular music theater on the 76 Strip is Presley's Mountain Music Jubilee. It was the first of the shows to appear on the Strip, dating back to 1967. Not only is it the Strip's oldest show, it's also the largest, with seating for 2,001 persons. You'll see just about all kinds of ways to get around while in the Branson area. Probably one of the most unusual rides in Branson, or anywhere for that matter, is the ride the Ducks. This amphibious vehicle takes passengers on 70-minute long tours, both on the land and in the water, and gives people what might be called a duck's eye view of the beautiful scenery along the miles and miles of shoreline in the region. This is something that most visitors just don't want to miss. A popular family music show along the 76 Strip is housed here. The Plummer Family Country Music Show started many years ago as a family act. Over the years, it has grown and expanded and now features a wide variety of performers. The Ozark Music Hall of Fame draws large crowds each year when it hosts the annual Ozark Music Awards show. Campbell's Jubilee Theater is home to several different country music shows. The first country music show in the Branson area was Bald Knobbers. Its present building on the 76 Strip seats 1,700 people. And if your tastes run towards water shows, the 76 Strip's Waltzing Waters is a good place to spend some time. Among the world-famous names represented on the Strip is Roy Clark's Celebrity Theater that features performances by some of the biggest names in country music. Not far away is the Shoji Tabuchi Theater, one of Branson's most popular stars. You won't want to miss his show. The Country Music Show Palace is one of the most recent additions in a long list of fine entertainment establishments and is located in the Harbor Town Mall area. Nearby is the Brashler Music Show, located at Musicland USA on Gretna Road and features traditional and contemporary gospel and country music. Ready for some fun on the water? Well, if you are, then the water ride is ready for you. This beautiful amusement area offers thrill after thrill for the youngsters and for those who aren't so young. And if you're seeking out the unusual, this is a difficult act to top. Have you ever tried to do wood sculptures with a chainsaw? But as you can see, with enough experience and just the right touch, it can be done, and done very nicely. If you're looking for crafts with a bit more finesse, what about this? This craftsman is in the first stages of what will become a beautiful product. Clocks, no two alike, are built by these woodworking experts. The shop where these timeless timepieces are made draws hundreds of visitors who marvel at the craftsman's work. But more than clocks are made here. How about a custom-made tabletop? Or maybe the answer to your gift needs is blowing in the wind. And for those who are really into crafts, there's an area known as Mutton Hollow. This is a craft lover's dream come true. Shop after shop loaded with rare and unusual items stands ready to welcome all those who want to come in and browse around. If it's an unusual handmade item that you're looking for, odds are good you'll find it here at the Mutton Hollow Craft Village. Inside this shop, visitors find beautiful creations of stained glass, each one carefully crafted for highest quality and lovely appearance. Tourists looking for something really pretty to take home, either for themselves or a gift, find hundreds of samples from which to choose. The craftsmen at Mutton Hollow know how to bridge the gap between past and present to bring their customers the best of both worlds. This wood carver, for example, practices a centuries-old art with the care and precision that almost seems to make time stand still. His workmanship and that of others like him will live forever through crafts that no doubt will be passed down from generation to generation. It's a safe bet that many of the items on display in this shop today will adorn the homes of generations yet unborn. Timeless beauty in wood. Want a picture made as a souvenir of your trip to Mutton Hollow? Well, come on in and we'll do it the old-fashioned way. One of the oldest and most unique crafts you'll find is the dulcimer maker. Those with an interest in history will also want to make a stop here to learn more about this fascinating area. This Missouri countryside is as interesting as it is beautiful, and the things to see and do here are almost limitless. Let's go now to a place that is an instant hit with every member of the family. Welcome to Wilderness Safari. You can make a monkey of yourself here, and probably no one will ever notice. And if they do, well, they don't mind. Wilderness Safari is a 7-mile drive through an animal park located on Safari Road, a half-mile south of West Highway 76 on Highway 165. Open year-round from 8 a.m. till dusk, you can enjoy the park from the comfort of your own car. Across the hills and past 8 lakes, you can observe animals from South America, India, Africa, and elsewhere. While they graze, swim, and eat, around every bend there are new animals waiting to greet you. More than 2,500 animals and birds in all, representing over 150 different species. Wilderness Safari is a great place to come to see animals, take pictures, to pet some of them, or to just hang around. Wilderness Safari's Endangered Species Program is designed to preserve the past for the future. Through careful control of natural environment and maintenance of a breeding program, these animals endangered of extinction can be maintained and the species increased to help eliminate the potential loss from natural dangers. The Safari Breeding Program has provided baby animals to other zoos and parks from New York to California. Another point of interest during a vacation in the Ozarks is the Old Shepherd's Tanglewood Chapel. The chapel, located on Fall Creek Road west of Branson, presents the gospel in art and music. The chapel is constructed from hand-hewn logs, more than a century old, and is located in a beautiful setting. Inside, the life of Christ is depicted in beautiful oil paintings with a recorded music background featuring singer Russell Newport. Many visitors find here a rewarding spiritual experience. Many tourists enjoy a visit to the Stonehill Wine Company, located on Highway 165, just 2 blocks off 76. It's in an excellent location to attract visitors, and it does, by the thousands every year.
Now, at least we're going to do the non-alcoholic grape juice. Sparkling grape juice.
The Stonehill Winery operates much the same way today as it did when it was founded way back in 1847 by German settlers. By the turn of the century, it was the 3rd largest winery in the world and the 2nd largest in the United States. Closed by Prohibition in the 1920s, the winery reopened in 1965. Nestled in the beautiful hills nearby is the outdoor theater where performances of The Shepherd of the Hills are staged. The play has been performed for 3 decades and is the centerpiece around which the large Ozarks tourism business grew. But the site is much more than the location where a play is performed. Arriving visitors at the Shepherd of the Hills homestead and outdoor theater find plenty to do and see. Guided tours begin every 15 minutes. And there's the Shepherd of the Hills Memorial Museum, the former home of Lizzie McDaniel. It features a beautiful collection of furniture and other items dating back to the 19th century. Also in the museum are items which once belonged to writer Harold Bell Wright. And there are dolls, literally thousands of dolls from all over the world. While the museum attracts thousands of visitors who have an interest in the history of the area, there are many other things to do while at the Shepherd of the Hills homestead and theater. As at other locations in this region, there is plenty of beautiful scenery to behold. One of the newest additions here is Inspiration Tower, a 225-foot high superstructure erected as a monument to the Shepherd of the Hills story. There are several craft shops to visit, and of course, there's an ample amount of open space where people can just stroll around and take it easy. And for those who want to learn how to do something new, or we should say learn to do something old, how about trying your hand at making lye soap?
Anybody in the crowd ever made lye soap? And I cook that down until it gets real hot and bubbly, and then I add my lye. As many batches as I make, I get it just about right every time, like baking a cake. But I have to sit it in the shells and leave it in the shells to dry and become cured out before you can use it. And it's just like women. It's not just getting older, it's getting better.
Ever heard the old saying, close only counts in horseshoes? Well, don't get too close to this next fellow. He might just try to sell you some snake oil.
He's simple, ma'am, just simple. This is Gamble's Travel and General Store. I want to bring you happiness, new items to explore. But when I come to call on you, you often close the door. Friends, life can be much breezier. You'll never be inert. Comfort comes much easier because a salesman stays alert. Does anybody know what I have in this little bottle right here? So, friends, take a good look. Does that look like ordinary chicken soup to you? Friends, this will cure a cold.
Traveling salesmen have always needed reliable transportation. Where would they have been without this guy, the wheel maker? And if something a little more out of the ordinary is your style, you could join this fellow and enter the frog racing competition. Or you might want to just hang around the old general store. There's plenty to see and to buy if you wish. And it's a great place to just kill some time browsing. And if your taste is for beautiful hand-painted objects, you've definitely come to the right place. It seems you just can't get away from food in this part of the country. Almost every place you go, there's something nearby to strongly tempt dieters to go off the wagon. Here, it's delicious jelly, made fresh and packaged and ready to go. Another craft prominently featured here is pottery. Hundreds of pieces are on display, all individually made by talented, caring hands which mold each one to perfection before they're dried, painted, and put out for show and sale. If your feet get tired from walking around from place to place, there's help. These passenger carriers can move you efficiently. One place you might want to get off and look around is Old Matt's Cabin. This scenic structure was built in 1884 and was the home of the Ross family. The Rosses were the hosts to Harold Bell Wright on his first visit to the Ozarks. Out in the streets and walkways of the Shepherd of the Hills homestead, little slices of life or mini dramas are acted out. This one looks interesting, and the crowd seems to think so too. In fact, you could say this one might just blow you away. A focal point of the Shepherd of the Hills homestead is this outdoor theater where each evening the Shepherd of the Hills play is performed. After visitors have seen and done all the things they wish to do at the Shepherd of the Hills homestead, there's another interesting place to visit nearby, the post office in Notch, Missouri. Built in the early 1890s, it and the buildings around it serve as a vivid reminder of how this area looked a century ago. Also in the same general location is the Old Sawmill City, an area featuring 17 unusual shops which offer a variety of foods, crafts, and gift items. Some of them visitors can even watch being made. Fresh apples grown in the region are transformed into cider and apple butter, using the same recipes and methods that have been used in these hills for centuries. Welcome to one of the oldest and most popular attractions in the Branson area, Silver Dollar City. Silver Dollar City combines the wholesome family fun of a major theme park with the timeless appeal of America's crafts capital in a beautiful mountain setting that reflects life in America 100 years ago, a time when things were more relaxed. In the days of horse-drawn carriages, bicycles built for two, and entertainment in the streets.
Next, I have to show you how to challenge Farquhar to a duel.
Oh, okay.
Observe. Ooh. I challenge thee to a duel.
Ooh.
Now you try it. Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead. Challenge Farquhar to a duel.
Okay. I challenge thee to a duel. Ooh. Here. Am I missing something here?
Let's just move on, shall we?
And the entertainment never ends. There's a mix of music with a sound that should appeal to everyone's ears. Gospel, barbershop, Dixieland, bluegrass, and country.
Sunshine came along with thee.
How about a waltz? Things can get a little antsy around here. And for the kids, or the kid in all of us, there are over 14 rides to whirl us and twirl us. Come join in the fun. The National Crafts Festival in September and October is listed as one of the top 100 attractions in the country. Craftsmen come from all over the country to demonstrate their old-time skills. But here at Silver Dollar City, crafts are a big part of the daily attraction at the park all season. Make plans to set aside an entire day or two to visit Silver Dollar City. As more and more people each year choose the Ozarks as their spot for a relaxing vacation, more and more accommodations are being built to meet the ever-growing demand. Point Royale Village is a good example. Located on Lake Taneycomo, Point Royale Village offers a country club atmosphere for both vacationers and persons who have chosen it as a permanent residence. Its beautiful 18-hole golf course is one of the finest private 18-hole championship courses anywhere in the Midwest. The course features lush bent grass greens and Bermuda fairways with 8 water holes and sand and grass bunkers and tees for all levels of play. Visitors can choose luxurious 1 or 2 bedroom vacation condos completely furnished with kitchen appliances and laundry facilities. And when the sun goes down, the nighttime excitement begins on the 76th Strip.
Take off your skirt and high heel shoes. Put on your jeans and cowboy boots. We're stepping out without a doubt. Tonight I'm in a good old country mood. Two-step, honky-tonk the blues. Bell dance and belly rub with you. Shuffle around the floor till they close the door. Tonight I'm in a good old country mood. I can't wait to listen to that Steve.
We hope you enjoy your Branson vacation, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon. Y'all come back now. You hear?
Honky-tonk piano ringing loud and clear. We're gonna dance the night